What's up, YouTube? This is Light Blue Yoshi coming at you with another episode from the Friday group. I hope that you've enjoyed all the content so far, and you continue to enjoy the content going forward. With us on this journey in Friday, we have Hoshi with his pal Snowrunt. We have Mujin and his partner Toba, and Leo with his friend Shadow. I hope you all enjoy, and real quickly before we jump into the video, let's also give a shout out to Thundersoft Screen Recorder, which I use for all the recordings, Openshot video editor for all the editing that I do, and bensounds.com for every bit of music that I yield in this. Now, let's jump into the action, and I hope you enjoy the video. Her name is Isala.
How do I spell that?
Isala. Isala.
There you go.
The final L is silent.
I'm Leo, but are you heading any out there? Going next.
So, upon hearing her name, go ahead and roll a general education, Hoshi.
Me? Okay.
Well, in your travels with your mom and such, you would have picked up a lot of not just books, but like magazines and stuff. You might have actually heard something about her.
Well,
So, you heard about her completely dominating the Venoshock contest. Like, afterwards, they sat here and they took a report on her, and, well, everyone else was, compared to her, everyone else basically didn't exist.
did she use her? She didn't use her Absol in that, right?
No.
Or at least from what I know.
No. In fact, surprising to most, in fact, everyone who saw it come out, it was actually her lantern that sat here and dominated the competition. Most people don't think of Lantern as one of the most beautiful Pokemon, but there you go.
Wait, did you say your name was Isala?
That's right.
Were you the one that won the competition with your lantern? You had it recorded in the paper?
She sits here and giggles a bit. She's like, oh, that old thing. Yeah, that was us.
Ah, a glowing fish.
You can ignore him.
She shoots you a glare, Mujin.
What? Nothing bad about a glowing fish. Good for making not that light.
So her glare's gonna worsen to where she's actually attempting an intimidate check against you.
Oh shit!
You're gonna have to roll focus against that.
Oh no!
Where's your focus?
Oh no!
Oh god.
Where's the 2d6 training?
Luckily, she rolled relatively bad.
Oh, please.
Oh,
Motion setback.
you.
He's just gonna be like, what's wrong with a glowing fish, right? A fish that glows seems very useful for a while. I never seen nothing bad about that glowing fish lantern. He tried to say himself.
You notice that every time you say glowing fish, her glare worsens.
Stop. Okay, it's not glowing fish. Wait a second. Wait a second. Did I say glowing fish Pokemon?
So, about the way Mugen's starting to feel with how
He's
her
fucking
glare
terrible.
is getting worse and worse and worse. It's like those anime moments to where a person's mom or sister looks at them and they just like shrink in stature as they continue on.
Okay. Fine, we'll call it glowing fish. Fine, it's a lantern.
And the second you call it by its name, the entire tension eases up and is gone.
He just swim around his face like, it is mine. Oh, thank God.
Hey, yeah. I remember you go next.
Thank you.
So they're saying
I am-
going south or east?
I'm heading west through the mountains to get to Kiel. That's where the next contest hall is.
The mountains sound very melted. I want to go train some rest fun and warm.
Kiel, if you're looking for warm, is pretty warm. Fun. Not from the stories I've heard.
What stories have you heard?
She just looks at Hoshi and pats him on the head. It's like, I wouldn't want to scare the little one.
I can protect him.
She means she doesn't want to scare him with the stories that she's heard.
You talk about the mountains in the west, right? If I'm correct.
Yes, the mountains to the southwest that connect Marina to Kiel.
Alright. Yeah, this naturally seems that Mugen had apparently been around most of this region for most of his life at this point, so you know.
Yeah, he would know that going through those tunnels isn't the easiest thing to do in the world.
What's so bad about the mountain to the west? What do you mean by
You
this?
don't really want to kill the arrow love.
They're just very heavily... So first off, the road through them is treacherous. The caves aren't always the most stable. The Pokemon there aren't the friendliest.
Bear
And
chicks. Bear chicks.
the bear ticks and the mamoswine.
Yes, Mugen have flashbacks.
The log-off look in Eugen's eyes is like that of a war vet remembering.
Basically.
And then the fact that it leads to Kiel is a very disheartening thing, as most people try to avoid Kiel unless they have specific business there. Also, their mons there are far from weak.
But there has to be some unique Pokemon there, right?
No one completely knows, because most people sit here and avoid that route. Most people prefer to go through Venostat to get to Kiel, as opposed to coming up north and going through the mountains, because the mountains are just that dangerous.
There are bear kicks around those areas, you know.
If it's that bad, we should go somewhere else first. We can come back around there, I think, for sure.
I'd rather go south than west. only steps to the west if you guys are interested. Because I know the area at least. Well, at least the safe areas.
Avoid mountain and avoid cold.
I want to meet different kinds of Pokemon, but
Then do you want to leave ice? You're an ice climb too much.
I guess there haven't been many Pokemon I've met in this area, so I guess going to the south wouldn't be bad. Also, I think you need to get as far away as I can.
Why?
That is a good-
ran away, right?
Oh.
Yeah, you ran away from that mountain.
But why won't you
Someone-
get there?
Someone might be chasing after me.
You got some type of...
Are they dangerous to you, or is it?
Are you a slave?
No.
That's
Okay.
your life?
Those exist.
That's not a common question to be
Oh.
asked.
Oh, it was somebody.
That make a lot more sense.
And she is terrifying and a bit protective.
I mean, you are the child. So, yeah, I'm sure we can just talk. We can explain. You know, we're going to explore. We're going to travel the world together.
Yeah, totally.
No, he won't let me explore.
Then I guess we'll go south quickly.
Hey, maybe she might come along. You know that.
So, I mean, so I think we should maybe get the police. Not kidding. Just, you know, take you on a journey.
I'm not responsible if there's the police involved.
Well, I mean, I'm sure it'll be fine. Who knows? It was your own free will. You chose. Sure. We're just keeping you safe.
Looking at the two Ghastlies now.
I'm gonna go like, oh, 1 second, and go back to Scotty. Oh. Hello.
You set.
With you. Oh, what's the Ghastly? Hello, Ghastly. What's your name? That's it. Well, that's your go. Hopping side to side.
I want to.
So it ends up like looking like a weird game of leapfrog because Ghastly leaps over it, it jumps over it, and then jumps back to let Ghastly jump back over.
You'll catch
And I jump over too. No one jumps over too.
There's just two
Gotta
Ghastlies.
jump over the poison gas.
I'm just gonna like, I'll go just say, is your Ghastly?
Yeah, is that your Ghastly?
Yes, that's mine. I saw the other Ghastly flying around and having fun and thought that my Ghastly should do the same.
Awesome. I guess you're spitting our Ghastly. That's like rare. It's only
Well, I
got
hope your Ghastly have fun with that. It's a Ghastly named Sap.
you have a cool name.
So, fine name.
No, I just call my Ghastly Ghastly.
Yeah. Sorry, it's easier, I guess. You might get a bit tense to just let that sense you just want to mess around. Maybe it's energetic for something good, but it's fun.
That's
As
all
before we
good.
talked earlier, but I'm just flying around. Are you a contest trader person as well, or are you a Pokemon trader?
I'm actually a traveling reporter.
Reporter?
Yeah, I'm a reporter for the. Let me find the name of it. I have it around here somewhere. The Scouts of the Classified. Yes, I'm a reporter for Scouts of the Classified. So, I journey through all the regions and towns, getting what stories I can.
So you venture everywhere to get some gas and good stories for everyone's sake, basically.
That's one way of looking at it, yeah?
Seem like a fine business to me. I have many
Yep.
stories about what I did once. So yeah.
Be more
Oh, really?
personal.
Would you mind telling me a few so that way I can see if any of them interest my boss in publishing?
Alright.
As he pulls out a notebook that's like, let's see.
Alright. I'm going to tell you about the tale about me and American.
So think of, so you know the long volumes of thesaurus to where they split them up between the different letters? Well, take the letters X, Y, Z, and that's how big his notebook is.
He doing something right about his life. Moves that
So
fine his head.
it's a good 5-6 inches thick notebook that he sits here and he just pulls out casually and opens up.
Alright, which moves in pretty much his own next thing. Huh? But yeah. Like he's going to say about his story about him and the bear taking how he basically by himself was hunted by pretty much a bear tick in a sense. Back around the west of forgot the name. Parniera. It was just how he was hunted down by this bear tick. He only used a wooden spear and a rock just to take it down. It was pretty much in the sense of the game of cat and mouse in a sense.
Yeah.
That based on what Motion's going to tell about that. And we're going to explain in detail about some parts about it.
Yeah, I get the feeling that Mugen's also is one of those who when somebody actually wants to hear his tales, he's not afraid to throw a little exaggeration in certain areas.
Okay, it might not be a very, very bloodthirsty bear tick. It was all just a bear tick hungry for food, and he just saw Mugen as an easy, food option.
Yeah. So he would sit here and just state some fun little things to make the story more of an interesting story for people.
Basically, the title would be like, "Hey man, Birch's bear."
Yep. So he's over here, he's hearing your story, and he's writing down everything you say word for word. And Leo, are you listening and watching this happen?
Yeah.
Okay, roll perception real quick.
He's real low.
Oh no! Oh, sorry.
That's okay. It wasn't a hard check. It was just to see that he's not just writing down word for word what Mugen is saying, but in the exact way that he says it.
Oh god, you gotta list every data of day and night how this bear tick tastes him and how he tastes the bear tick.
And
Yeah,
it's
he
just
wasn't
this.
I did that by Protocol Rangers.
So yes, he takes his job. He loves his job to the point where he's learned how to write in every single accent that exists. He may not be able to understand them all. He may not be able to speak them all. He may not even be able to completely read them all. But he can definitely write them all, so that way when he sits here and quotes someone, so when he... But he did learn how to write in all the different accents, so that way he can quote you 100% properly.
Oh yeah, if you didn't get my name is Mugen.
Yes, one of the most important things. Also, is there any way I can reach you, Mr. Tato?
Let's see here. I have a Pokedex. I don't use phones.
He pulls out this old school Pokedex that, unlike the newer ones that look like smartphones, his looks a lot closer to the original Pokedex because of how long ago it was that he got it and left.
That's definitely a Pokedex. You've been traded for a long time, I take it then.
Well, I remember me kicking this when I went away, so.
I don't know how this guy's just going to react when I motion to say he's ran away.
He sits here and he thinks a minute. Let's do a general education check.
Let's see. Oh god.
He rolled really bad.
He's like, oh,
For
god.
66, he rolled terribly.
He doesn't know
So-
what I'm talking about.
So no, he understands what you mean by run away, but when people state that they've run away, he sits here and he tries to think back on a lot of different stories that he's heard and read throughout all over the place, to try to see if he can recall. Maybe he knows someone who sat here and reported a person missing in that time frame and whatnot, things like that. And with that terrible of a roll, I'm gonna say he doesn't recall or he hasn't heard anything
what?
on Eugen.
So what? You want to hear about my tale? Really?
I'll try and leave at some point. It's not something I said here. Like, next 5
I
days.
kind of want, if I'm being honest, I want to go, but you know, personally, but if Moose want to say something, you know.
Like, do you have any more Pokemon with you? Rusty?
I have one other Pokemon, and well, Ghastly's basically my eye in the sky. He's able to get way up there and see everything and report to me. And if I need any insider scoop to where, you know, what happens behind, what people are saying behind closed doors, he's able to get me the scoop.
He's definitely used Pokemon.
Very good.
My other Pokemon is my nose from the underground, you could say.
Shut up. Those from the underground.
He's just think, Moose just starts to think to himself what that means.
So what type of Pokemon is it exactly?
He's a Sandshrew. He's adorable and he's able to go underground, literally.
Makes sense.
He's the one who helps me clear out roadblocks in the way, so that way I can proceed.
Yeah, I use my little tool for that same reason. Like, well, she's more about freezing things.
And I
That
overhear
makes
them
sense.
talking about what they're talking about. Where I am.
Roll perception.
He just Moose is just talking as normal voice.
Yeah, but how I have stated, there are several trainers here. So most trainers here aren't worthy of note, which is why I didn't put sprites for them and, you know, how many Pokemon they have and whatnot. These are the two main people of interest, but there are more people, so it is loud enough that within here that you need to roll perception.
Gosh dang it.
Also, pretty good.
Yeah, you can hear them. You're not too far away in the Pokemon Center, and you're no longer talking with Isala. There we go. Gotta manage to read my own handwriting. So yes, you do overhear all of this.
Yeah, I want to also roll my Pokemon education for the Sandshrew. Overall, what I know about that. 15.
All right, you're relatively knowledgeable about the Pokemon Sandshrew. Basically, you know all the information that's in the Pokedex, plus the entries, a few.
I only know about the normal Sandshrew or the other forms, or like a Alolan. Or...
You've heard rumors of a Alolan Sandshrew, but that doesn't mean that there's any truth to them.
I want to run over here as quick as I can. I heard someone talking about Sandshrew.
Oh, this guy hate drugs.
Like if him, he's a reporter.
Yeah, he's a pretty good recorder.
Reporter.
That's his gas name. Also put out that's ever gas name.
He's a pretty good one.
Reporter. So you've probably been around a lot, right?
Yeah, I've traveled around at least half the regions already.
Tell me, have you heard anything about legendary Pokemon?
Listen.
Plenty of people tell stories about legendaries. It's hard to tell which ones are fact and which ones are fiction. But the one consensus that fills them all is the fact that they are there.
Have you heard any information on like where a good place to search for information on them would be?
So finding information on them is hard, as no one's been able to decode the ruins, which makes life difficult. Yeah, scattered throughout the regions there are ruins that have a very strange language to them that we just haven't managed to decode yet. We're hoping to learn more soon, but there's no guarantees.
I want to go up to him eagerly, like holding his hand. Tell me, where is the closest ruins to here?
The closest ruins? He sits here and he sits the one journal down and he pulls his bag around, and his bag looks like Brock's bag from the anime, and he unzips it, and you can see like volumes of journals as big as the one that he just sat down, and scours through them and pulls one out that's heftier than the others. It's noticeably thicker. And you can hear him grunt a little bit as he pulls it out and all. And then it just lands on the floor with a
all this about legendary Pokemon?
That's not funny.
And you see a whole lot of divider tabs sitting here and just on all different regions and whatnot and towns on information that he's gained. And he sits here and he finds this particular region and he flips it over, forcing about half the binder open, and sits here and starts scouring through it page by page. You can tell that there's at least 600 to 700 pages there. Told you he takes his job seriously. He records everything. And he stops at a specific section and tells you, well, whether or not these reports are true, as very few people who have the people who have come back from these supposed ruins don't generally have the greatest of credibility. But in the mountains to the southwest, if you enter the cave, there's a hidden passage about halfway through that, if located, should open up. However, tales from the few that have returned state that if you are not careful, you will be trapped inside of them and lost forever.
Let's avoid that. I mean,
No fan there.
What are you talking about? We need to go there right now.
We're not getting stuck in the cave. Get
I'm not
stronger.
suicidal.
Legendary Pokemon. We have to go.
I'm not suicidal, kid.
You can't beat Pokemon. How are you gonna really
Yeah, I'd rather have.
Yeah, you have a lot of good left in you. Get stronger.
Yeah.
Do fun ones aggressive. Defend.
Yeah, I'm a man in his prime. I don't want to waste that prime in a cave where I probably die.
I just look at the two of them and I bow to them. Well, it's been nice traveling with you all.
Stop, damn it.
Kid, you're gonna get yourself killed.
I'll grab him by his bag. Like, report, is there any, like, ruins to the south of here? The continent there. A region there.
I'm just
So he
struggling
sits-
throwing Lego at me.
Here and
We're gonna
starts
come to this
down
corner.
through,
Stay.
and he flips over to the very back of the binder to where you can only find like 2 sheets of paper from that are labeled to be from the region to the east. Like, these are just rumors that he's heard from other regions about this and about this location, and that's it. And he looks at these 2 pages and states that there's said to be relatively easy access ruins to the east, but the people consider them sacred and don't let anybody enter. From what people are able to take pictures of from the outside of what's in, it seems interesting and like it might be one of the clues that we need to start breaking the code of these ruins. However, they have killed people over entering these ruins.
No, tell me something about this same thing. Is getting murdered or trapped in a ruin? Okay.
So, kid, are you suicidal or gonna break some rules?
You said that was to the east, right?
Yes.
That's where I came from. You know, my mom there.
It is safe there. You wanna see some legendaries?
Oh, when he says east, he means far east, to the region to the east.
Yeah, very far.
But the cave is closer. It'll be easier.
It's also dangerous.
Yeah.
So is sneaking in those ruins.
Well, again, we can always ask permission to complete the fight. Well, there in the cave. That probably shouldn't death if we don't have anything to actually help us.
I mean, aren't you ready now? That's first of all getting lost in the snow, getting a cave collapse on us, getting attacked by one
Get-
Pokemon.
Get attacked by a bear tick.
I'm sure you could take a bear tick. It can't be that bad.
I've been hiking with my mom once. I know how to handle myself.
I'm
Just tell you.
sorry. How lost did you get getting here?
Yeah, how long ago?
You ever say I'm assuming you could get here perfectly fine and not lost at all.
No, I didn't get lost one day.
Because I insight him.
So if you want to tell if he's lying or not, he needs to roll a guile check versus your intuition.
Oh. 40. Oh, but add the value. It's like somewhere has 4.
Okay, so if you have a rank of 4 for insight, then you're rolling 46.
Okay. I got a 15.
Oh gosh.
That roll. The guile.
I rolled my guile. It was a 5.
Oh. Oh. Oh,
To be honest, there was no way I could be the 15 in the first place.
Did you get lost?
So, what you could tell with him saying, I didn't get lost whatsoever, you can tell that he is blatantly lying. Like, straight to your face, shit-faced lying. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked, then leave us a like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, as nobody wants to miss an episode of what happens to these guys as they continue on their way. Thank you again for watching. If you didn't find something that you didn't like, then please leave it in the comments so that way we can always improve. And if we get as you subscribe, please leave us unique little things that you might like to see. Maybe the DM can work in some events. Until next time, we're out.